Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about Berenice by Edgar Allan Poe. Now, before I go into summary and analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. All right, Berenice by Edgar Allan Poe. Very strange work. Um, this feels like a horror story. Of course, it's gothic. This is Edgar Allan Poe. You're going to see some strange things, some strange situations when you're talking about Edgar Allan Poe. He just loves the kooky things of this world. So Berenice, it's pretty much we have this rich family. We have this mansion. Whenever you have a mansion, an old mansion where family generations have lived, it's always interesting. You have the narrator. His name is Aegeus. And his cousin, Berenice, that's his cousin. Um, they get engaged because at some point, Aegeus is like, I want to marry um, my cousin. So that's, he wants to marry Berenice. And it's not that he found her extremely beautiful or he wanted to be with her for her beauty. It's like he just has a mental, he calls it monomania, where he gets these obsessions with items or things or literary works or literature or studying things, but for some reason he gets this obsession for Berenice's teeth. When she gets sick and pale and she starts to lose her beauty, that's when he has an interest in her. And I guess the interest is not really for her particular beauty, it's just like he has this fixation on her teeth. And I guess he just wanted those teeth so much. Those pearly whites. Those pearly whites were just right. Those pearly whites were just what he needed in his life. Definitely you can love people for whatever you want to love your significant other for, but for Aegeus here, it was them pearly whites. It was them pearly whites. That's what was interesting him. So he really wanted those pearly whites. He wanted them so bad. Well, let me not spoil the ending, but those pearly whites were just the right. Love comes in all types of ways and different. Some people, maybe you find a girl and her face is pretty, maybe it's her figure, her shape. Men love women in terms of the physical, in terms of, I guess, the physicality of things. There's different ways why men are attracted to women, but for Aegeus here, it's them pearly whites. I just find that funny. I just find that really funny. When his cousin would smile at him, I guess he would get those butterflies in his stomach because of them pearly whites. They're just them teeth, man, them teeth. Um, so I keep mentioning that they're cousins because, well, they both have these biological problems. For Berenice, she has these seizures that paralyze her to the point where you think she's dead. And for Aegeus, he has monomania that, well, it's like, that's his own diagnosis on himself that he has monomania. And Yeah, so I think this has a lot to do with inbreeding. When since it's so normal within this work that these cousins would get married, you can imagine that this has been going on in the family for a long time. And, um, well, not until the 20th century. Cousin marriages are still practiced around the world. It's something that's very, even in Islam, I believe the Quran allows cousin marriages. So that's in the religion of Islam, which is a global religion. Well, technically, it's permitted in Islam. And yeah, these things, cousin marriages, even in the United States, the law on it is not um, like it's not 100% um, illegal. So different states have different rules around it. But that I'm not gonna go into the legalese of it, but we do know that in terms of biology, in terms of genetics, um, this causes you can have when you have inbreeding, you can have all types of biological problems in terms of diseases, in terms of weaknesses and health. So for Berenice, I think one of the reasons why she might have these seizures that will leave her to seem like she's dead, maybe it's the inbreeding in the family, and since they were, Aegeus proposed to her and they were about to get married at some point because of her pearly whites. You could imagine that there could be more because, like, if you take his monomania and you take her seizures and put him in a kid, I mean, that kid's gonna have more problems. The monomania and well, it doesn't happen specifically like that, but imagine a kid having seizures and mental problems. I mean, that's just dark. Um, so again, this story has a lot of layers to it. So basically, what happens? Berenice, she has one of her seizures. They think that she's dead. Aegeus, I mean, he thinks that he sees a finger moving. He probably did see a finger moving because, again, she's having a seizure. She's not dead, so he probably did see something moving, but he's just stuck on those pearly whites. There's a band holding her mouth closed when he goes see the dead body, but the band breaks and he sees those pearly whites and he can't handle himself. Cause them pearly whites, man, they're just it, man. They're just it. He just loves those pearly whites so much, and they bury her. She's not dead. She's just going through an episode, and ultimately, in a trance-like state, Aegeus he digs up the woman and hacks out her teeth because he was obsessed with her teeth. And keep in mind, this is monomania that's making him do this. And he puts the teeth in a box, and then a servant comes in and tells him that she's not dead. Somebody has desecrated her grave. The body's still alive. She's not dead. But he's all bloody and muddy because he hacked her teeth out. I mean, technically, his monomania saved her life. So there's a good and bad of this. There's how dark his obsession is or his mental health is. Um, that's one part of it. And also, I mean, it's quite scary that his mental health is that bad, but also his mental health saved Berenice. But I'm pretty sure she would like to have some teeth. So it's not a black and white story. I mean, in terms of deeper meaning and analysis, I mean, you can say the story is about kind of like a warning how much obsession with beauty can lead to dire problems. But at the same time, it doesn't say that because, well, his obsession with her teeth saved her life. So are we saying that his obsession with beauty is bad? Because in this case, his obsession saved her life. But also, um, this inbreeding needs to stop because this is why these seizures and this monomania keeps coming along because, well, this family keeps inbreeding and you keep making up messed up people. It's just not right. Um, so yeah, there's so many layers to this here. Do people obsess with beauty and certain? Of course, humans have done that. I mean, now with cosmetic surgeries around the world in the 21st century, in 2025, people are doing nose jobs, eye surgeries, lip procedures, BBLs, I mean, breast implants, I don't know, whatever type of skin thing, tummy tucks. I mean, there's so many procedures out there now. You can be Barbie if you want to. I mean, technically in 2025, beauty is not really a genetics thing, it's a cash thing. If you have enough money, you can be Barbie. I mean, that's a whole tagline right now. If you have the right amount of money, You can be Barbie too. Anybody can get Barbie. I mean, anybody can be Barbie. Just hand over the cash. And with the modern procedures we have now, you can be Barbie too. Um, so yeah, I mean, obsession. I think there's a lot of EGSs out there in the world today because people are obsessed with beauty and they are willing to do whatever it takes, even do the most horrific things. I mean, because when you go in for these procedures, some people do die because some people don't have the money to go to the top doctors, so they will go to third world countries and get some botched surgeries and then get or die on the table because not everybody can afford a $50,000 surgery. So you can bet your bottom dollar some people who really want these beautifying surgeries will pay like a $3,000, $5,000 for a cheap one and die on the table. Human beings, listen, they will do things like this for beauty and to climb the social ladder or the corporate ladder or the financial ladder. It's how the world works. It's what people are willing to do. So this work, again, there's a lot of layers to it. It's horrific how it happens, but at the same time, it's not black and white because we can say EGS is bad. We could say his mental health is bad. We can say the cousin. We can say a lot of things about the inbreeding, but ultimately, it is horrific what happens to Berenice. But at the same time, her life was saved. She's alive. She doesn't have any teeth, but she's alive. I mean, which one do you want? Do you want to have teeth or do you want to be alive? I mean, this is a whole debate right there, and I mean, yeah, it's not. We can't condemn Aegeus for his mental problem because it's not entirely him. The trance that he gets into, it's his own mental state of he's obsessed with the teeth. And do we also blame the family too? Because the family's inbreeding. Because we can imagine that the family's been inbreeding for a while. Did this family create this petri dish of dastardly, strange people? So yeah. Well, that's all I have to say about this work. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment. I'll see you guys in the next video. Them pearly whites!